Welcome back to DIY Willy. Today we're gonna put the new 212 monster build we did on max. We're gonna pull out Biggs the Briggs, swap in the Predator 212, and just start it up and let it run in. I bought some oil for it. We tightened up all the fittings. We've added a breather hose. It's not exactly what I want, but it's gonna work for testing purposes only. And we'll get Biggs out and we'll set this in there. I'm not going to hook any chains up to it. Not going to take it for a ride. I just basically want this thing to run in and, well, break in basically. It says to let it, I think it's a little more than an idle, or just about an idle or something, for about 10 minutes. And then up and down a little bit just to break it in and get the rings to seat, get the bearings worn in, you know, all that stuff about breaking in the engine. So, yeah, let's get right on that. I think we owe it to Biggs to give him one more ride before we take him off. Don't you think? I think it's a good idea. Let's hook him up, get him out there. I gotta say, Biggs runs so good. I really hate to take them off, but I only have 2 frames, and the other Mighty, that one's got to stay together so I can take it for another test ride before I swap the engines out. So Biggs loses the coin toss, and he gets taken off, and he'll be put on the workbench for the next rebuild. All right, Biggs, you've done well. Now it's time to get rebuilt. All right, buddy. Sure, a good-looking bike, gotta say. So we've got Biggs the Briggs out of max. He's resting over here. He's leaking oil, of course, as he always does. And he's made a mess down here on the frame. So I'm going to get my super clean degreaser right here. Spray it on all over the frame and clean this whole area up nice and clean for the new 212. Whoo! Man, look how fast that cuts that grease and grime. Don't want to waste it though. Look at that. Man, Biggs was making a mess. No offense, Biggs, but you were making a mess on this frame. We'll hopefully get that all cleaned up in the rebuild. Wow, there's a lot of grease on here, a lot of oil. Inside, you're just spewing oil everywhere. Come on, Biggs. Man, that stuff just wipes it right off, though. We'll get it all cleaned up, lickety split, for the new 212. Man, that super clean degreaser really cut through that grease, let me tell you. A little more on the rag. Give it a nice purple color. Clean up everywhere. Everywhere the big spit. Look at that. All right. I like that a lot. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Now you can see that super clean took all that grease, cut it right away. Everywhere it touched and I wiped, there's still a little bit, of course, inside. But we'll clean that all up once we get the engine back off again. Remember, this engine that we're putting on here to test run is for Mighty. And we'll be putting the Life In 3-horse back in here while we do the repairs to Biggs. But that simple clean degreaser really cleaned it up quick. All right, let's get that other engine out here. And we've got the new 212 in max. There was quite a bit of work to get it to go in there, but we got it. The interesting part is the exhaust. This will have to work for now. I don't have my welder available to me right now. I need some gas, so I can't weld up an exhaust. This was my best option to get the motor running. It'll work. It should work. Got the gas hooked up. We're just going to turn it on. Got to put some oil in it. It'll be a half cup, excuse me. It'll be a half quart of 10W30. And yeah, let's get that in there right now. We're going to put a half quart. We'll put our cap back on. I don't see any immediate leaks. That's a good sign. I left my towels inside. So we've got oil in it now. And we've got gas in it now. Should be. That's why Biggs was running so weird. All right, now we've got some gas. We got some 94 octane ethanol free over there. Next to Biggs, we've got about a half a tank here in max. Let's see if she's ready to wake up, come alive. Ignition's on. I don't have a choke on it. I'm trying to start it without a choke. Could put a choke on, I guess. Ooh, there's a fire. Woo! Did you see that? Holy crap. That thing is badass. A little bit loud. How are we going to get it to run for 10 minutes? Oh my God. Look at that thing. Now we just gotta let it run for about 10 minutes, break in. Wow. We're just on gravity feed right now. I don't have the fuel pump on. Woo. Nice. I was right. That thing is a monster. Man, what have I built? I had to think that people build them faster than this one even. And bigger, more CCs, larger, everything. It's crazy. This engine runs really good. I don't know if the frame's going to be able to hold up to it. Look at the muffler, how it changed color already. It's getting hot. Yeah, I was just sitting there idling. It was getting warm. I let it run for about 12 minutes while it was breaking in, wearing all the parts in, you know, settling in. You can see where it kicked back a couple of times, dented the fan shroud. This thing, you know, pow! It has some kick to it. I'll have to do some adjustment. Now that it's been running for a while, I'll do some rotations. Once it cools down, I'll check the valve lash, and we'll make sure everything's still dialed in. If not, we'll set it correctly. But yeah, that thing is a monster. The Predator 212 monster build, man. Insane. I was so surprised that this carburetor from Paul's Karts works so well out of the box. Granted, I haven't put a load on it yet. I still need to do that. I need to, you know, get a clutch and chain on it, take it for a ride. I really don't want to take it for a ride at max, although I might, just to make it happen sooner. But I wanted really to ride it in mighty, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have a centrifugal clutch we could put on it. It's kind of a cheaper one, or I have the CVT off of Biggs over there we could always put on. Either way, I think it would work out pretty well. And who knows, it's here already. The only thing I have to change is the exhaust, and we could take it for a ride in max, you know, and see what it does. I let it run for about 15 minutes, and it should be good and broken in. We'll try to start it up again here soon, and yeah, it's great. I love it. That engine build turned out awesome. Now, I was concerned about these lines not being big enough. I may have to step up in size to get more flow. You know, I'm worried about these lines right here. I think these are 1/4 inch lines, and I want to go with something bigger. I'll have to check out and see what I can come up with to go with bigger lines and still have the 8 NPT down here on the intake. So I can drill it out and make it bigger if I need to, and re-tap it for a larger fitting if we have to do that. But the same here. We can do the same right there. Whew, that lock is hot. Wow. Doesn't like to sit there and just idle, I guess. There is not a drip of oil anywhere. You believe it? Wow, what a great build. Not even on the valve cover. Oh, there is. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. We're going to take this off anyway to check the valves. So maybe it's a bad gasket or pinch or something in there. It's not tight enough. We'll figure it out. But it's good to know there's oil up here, though. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah. That bluing is fantastic. Wow. Oh, man. That was just a quick video of taking Biggs out and putting in the Monster 212 build, and getting the first start on it, getting it broke in, warmed up, and trying to dial in the idle a little bit. We still may have to tune the carburetor and but I was really surprised how well it worked out of the box. Did a lot of modification to get it in there. Like I said, the exhaust is not going to work like that. I've got to come up with a better exhaust. However, I'm out of weld gas, and I don't have any flux core wire. So I'm going to get one or the other this week, and we'll work on an exhaust. Then we could put the seat back on and maybe put a clutch on it and a chain and take it for a ride. I didn't want to ride it in here, but I'm so excited to have it running and checking it out that, well, we just might upgrade Max here for a little while with this monster 212 build we did. Like I said, it runs fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and check the valve lash, make sure we're dialed in there. It's got a little bit of kickback, so we'll definitely check that out. And yeah, really, man, it's an amazing build. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the build list on this, the playlist for this engine and my other engines, the 79cc and the 224cc. So yeah, I'll catch you next time, and thanks for stopping by and checking out my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.